I'm calling Adrian Ruffy. Adrian.
Tēnā koe te hea mana o te komiti o te whare o ngā māngai nei. Nō reira tēnā koe.
My apologies.
So I'd like to just take a short call on this bill, and in particular, I was not on the select committee, but I did take the opportunity to read some of the submissions, and I think in this particular bill, it's fundamental to this bill that we have a very strong banking sector. And so I took particular note of the submission from the BNZ and then the banking associations here. I think talking about money laundering and the processes of banking, as I said, it's critically important that we do have a strong banking sector. And in their submission, what the BNZ is saying is that in determining issues around transfers of money, it's important that the systems of the government align with their systems so that they can maximise and be able to ensure that they pick up everything that they're meant to pick up. And so they talk about the use of their system of SWIFT, and so I think it's important for the House to recognise and acknowledge the submissions from the banks. I think the other part of that I wanted to talk about is when we're talking about money laundering in itself is, of course, an offence, but the proceeds from another criminal offence as well. Otherwise, there would be no need to actually launder the money. So we're actually talking about two things that are happening here. And so I just wanted to also acknowledge that this bill takes care of one part, but and partially takes part of where those funds actually come from, because this being an omnibus bill, there are several parts that this bill actually takes part of. I think, and my colleague mentioned earlier that her device wasn't working. Mine is, and I just wanted to make a quote from one of the submissions, and it, as I mentioned earlier, the international banking system uses a service known as SWIFT to make international wire transfers. This involves passing authenticated messages to settle payments from one financial institution to another. The SWIFT system uses standard codes. I'm going to jump right through because it's quite long. The definition of wire transfer in Section 5 of the Act deems transfer and settlements between financial institutions acting on behalf acting on their own behalf not to be wire transfers. These types of transfer are made using SWIFT, and it should be made clear that these are not reportable. That last bit was the key message that I wanted to really make in this. So I don't think, from what I'm reading, is that it's that last bit about it not being reportable is...
Sorry to interrupt the honourable member. The time has come for me to leave the chair for the dinner break. This debate is interrupted, and I shall resume the chair at 7:30.